be more than human.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, all my more than humans out there and independent book lovers. My name is Joseph Carroll. I write under the pen name J.R. Carroll, and today for you I have, as you can see, an independent book. Now I want to preface this by saying I am friends with the author, so I'll try to keep this as non-biased as possible, as well as I'm going to keep this non-spoiler. The book is Wistful Asending, and it is by JCM Berne. If you are a watcher of my channel, you will know him from my last couple Dresden discussions. He's a great guy. We both are influenced by Jim Butcher, and you can see it here in the book. If you like these reviews, just make sure that you like, subscribe, so we can get these videos out to more people. And if you have read this book, comment below what you think, or if it's a book that interests you, let me know. So, as I said, we're going to go non-spoiler. And what we can tell you here is that this is a like a space opera, kind of a slice of life type of book here. We follow our main character, which is Rohan, and he is, some people will call him like a Superman analog, but he has some different abilities to that of Superman. He is what they call a hybrid. His father is a part of this this empire, these people who have controlled most of the galaxy, and his mother, we don't know too much about her just yet, but we start off and we have Rohan here on a somewhat of a spaceship, space station kind of thing.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
And he is a tow captain, second class. So he's kind of goes under the radar a little bit, or at least it is shown that he is under the radar at the beginning of the story. And his job is basically to pull ships up to Wistful, which is the space station / ship, which is one cool thing about a lot of ships here is they are sentient. They are AI ships, and they have their own personalities. And throughout this book, Joe, as I know the author, he tries to give every kind of everything, ships, people, different alien races. We see different alien races, like there's a bear race that they call the Ursas, and then you have a lizard people. We have kaijus in this book, which may or may not be sentient. We don't know, but there's all kinds of different people, and they all have their own their own autonomy. And throughout this book you will see that he has put themes into this book and tries to give it's a lot lighter than most books. I would say, if I had to kind of give it what it's like, think kind of like a Cradle book. The vibes that
Bad check.
Cradle gives off, the way you feel as you read through Cradle, that is how I felt reading Wistful Asending. And you know me, I love Cradle, so that's a very big compliment coming from me. I've also heard people say Firefly, which has a huge cult following, as we know, so I'm sure he would take that as a compliment. But yeah, he tries to make it's very accessible. The writing style is very accessible. All the characters feel distinct from one another. And it's, like I said, if you're trying to kind of lighten up your reading, get away from so much grimdark that we see lately, this would be a great book for you. If you like superheroes, that is definitely here with the hybrids. And there's also a little bit of kind of the DC thing where people don't like superheroes or don't like superpowered beings. There's a little bit of that in there, but he also touches on themes throughout, of acceptance. There's a lot of themes of acceptance within this book. So if that's something you're kind of interested in, this would be a great book for you. One thing, especially as I was getting towards the end, I started thinking about, because I was like, well, I'm definitely gonna review this book. So what I was thinking about was like, who is this book for? And again, I said, cradle lovers would probably like it. Has that very vibe to it. It's people who like fast paced. I didn't ever feel like we got bogged down, even though there was a lot of slice of life in the book. I never felt bogged down by it. And then I would actually say this is a great book for people who are coming out of YA. This would be a great book to come, just out of YA, whether it's fantasy or science fiction YA. This is a great entry point for you, because, like I said, it's not super dark. There is a little bit of sexual things in the book, but it's very glossed over. So no explicitness in here. I don't think there's a lot of cussing, if any cussing, which I can appreciate, because in my books, I only put cussing in the books when it really needs that impact, which I can appreciate him doing here. But overall, very enjoyable book. Let's get a little bit of light and warmness in our books here, a little bit more sci-fi, which is what I need. If you're into those things, grab this book up. The audio was excellent, a great narrator, and remember, be more than human.